Real Madrid.
What did you think of the Real Madrid performance?
I thought he played well. I thought that at half-time as well. I think they were unfortunate to be 2-1 down. I mean, listen, Rudiger just does what he does every sort of few weeks and does something stupid. I mean, I don't watch Real Madrid every week and every game that they play. Obviously, the results have been poor of late, but on that performance, you know, they are playing one of the other top teams in the Champions League, if you like, Manchester City, and I think they should have got something out of it. So I thought they played well, but as I said, it's another poor result for them.
Some big injuries, though. Who's out from Carvajal, Trent, Milita, Alaba, Huijsen, Camavinga and Mendy? So, come on. I mean...
all defenders, really, isn't it?
Exactly that. I probably agree with Jamie there. I thought Real Madrid, especially in the second half, were very good. But it's a big win for Man City.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Why is it so dour when Man City win? Why are we not going to Man City first?
We just thought it was maybe a bigger story. Real Madrid
we can talk about that a bit later. Man City have just won.
Go ahead, the floor's yours.
Don't worry, I'll raise it. We'll wait. We've got loads to come.
All right, so...
your collar.
Yes, you're a bit all over the shop.
Because that's what you're raising.
We're going to take you out to the Bernabéu and speak to Guillem Balaguer, because Guillem, I guess, kind of going into this, when we spoke to you, you said one of the big talking points. We've been waiting for you to comment on Guillem's attire the entire show. I'm surprised it's taken till now. I think you look lovely, Guillem. So, yeah, talking about the fact that kind of coming into this game, there was so much spotlight on Xabi Alonso and how critical the result in this game would be in terms of his future at the club. They lose 2-1 at home. In a game that Jamie thought they performed well in. So what happens now?
All you can go is by the fans and the noise they made. Minute 67, bit whistling from the whole stadium towards the way that Real Madrid were playing. Minute 71, again. They was asking the players to give them more. Raúl Asensio responded to that, raising the arms and saying, don't whistle us. Eventually he gets replaced. But what the fans were asking is, give us more. This is simply not enough. And what happened the last 20 minutes is a Real Madrid that went for it big time. Yes, they were open, they were exposed, but at the same time, they really believed this was a game they could win. They tried to win, put forwards on, etc., which means that there is no single win that is a good win at Real Madrid. But this was an okay performance, which should keep things in its place. But the next thing is Alaves. If they play like they played against Celta, or Girona, or Rayo, or Elche, then you'll hear the same noise that Xabi Alonso is at the end of his tenure here. But if they perform like this, because they can, then it could be a turning point of the season for them.
Guillem, there's a lot of talk about, you know, Xabi's coming in, and Thierry made a great analogy in terms of saying he's sort of coaching too much and maybe not managing enough. What can he actually do if he's not actually putting his own imprint on the team as such, and he's almost got to let the players be themselves? How does he get those performances from them?
If you mean to change a culture by which the players accept methodology and accept a structure and accept that the manager is in charge, that's not going to happen. So they need somehow to find a common ground, a place where they both understand each other. And the understanding of the board is that that's not there, there is not the harmony. But performance like this suggests that most of the players seem to be with the manager. So if that is the section of the changing room that wins, then you will have a Xabi Alonso that will stay for longer. But no, the culture will not change. The players are in charge and will continue in charge.
Guillem, can I just ask you a question? Me and Thierry and Mike on the desk had a discussion before about the difference between Barcelona and Real Madrid, whereas Barcelona does feel like a real coaching sort of, you know, clinic for coaches and the players. The fact Xabi Alonso was a Real Madrid player under Ancelotti, and he's gone in, has he made that mistake actually going in thinking he can change that? Because he does know the culture of Real Madrid. That's where I'm a little bit sort of don't quite understand.
I think every single manager that comes to Real Madrid believes that they can do it their way. And Xabi Alonso is a method coach. He's a Pep Guardiola pupil. And actually he tried to implement this here. But he's been changing himself as well. So all of a sudden it's not so much about possession, there is more directness, it's 4-4-2 and it's not 4-3-3. So he's trying to adapt to the players. This is a process. What he's asking is time to put all this in place. But meanwhile, he's got to make players comfortable and happy, and everybody has to know the position and their authority within the team. And some are still like that, not completely convinced about Xabi. So in that period is where they are. To actually finish this will make no sense, especially with the performance in the last 20 minutes. But this is Real Madrid. As I say, a bad result, a defeat against Alaves, and then we'll be talking the same as we were talking before the game.
Guillaume, thank you very much. We'd like you to go and get some interviews for us if you can.
Yeah.
Any requests, anybody?
They're all coming in.
Micah, give him a
on Xabi. Oh, no, Man City. Oh.
Well, you assume it would be Man City.
Foden?
Oh.
How about Haaland?
Yeah.
That's a nice suggestion. All right, thank you, Guillaume. See you soon. I guess just to follow up on what Guillaume was saying there, he's basically saying that with that performance, Xabi Alonso has bought himself at least another game, right? Is that how you expect things to go at Real Madrid?
Well, I don't know what the board wants to do or not. I find it always ludicrous that a manager can be in trouble after being 6 months in a job. I don't personally agree with that. But you also know that at a club at the level of Real Madrid or Barcelona, whatever, you can wake up and hear some bad news because things might change. I don't think that they should question the coach. I think that you should, if you have a coach in position, you try to see what he can do. But you heard Guillaume, you heard the president, you heard everybody. You heard Gareth Bale saying that when you're there, you need to manage a bit more than coaching. So, I don't personally agree with it, but that's the way it is at Madrid.
OK, well, we've got a big Champions League post-game coming up for you.
We got
all the ladies here.
Great goals from Arsenal. We've got 2 big German wins today. What the time? We've got Wind Down.
What have we got?
Lyon.
Wind
Down. We've got Lyon.
Welcome to the Champions League, Man United.
Man United.
Welcome to the Champions League, Man United. I'm talking about the Women's Champions League.
Yeah, congratulations, Nico. What a performance from you. How good does it feel to win here at the Bernabéu with all the history they have in this competition and the rivalry with Man City as well?
Yeah, it's such a good feeling. I mean, to come here, what an atmosphere it is, what a stadium it is. It's so tough to come and play here. But yeah, we got the 3 points, and that's the most important thing.
And you've scored your first ever Champions League goal at the Bernabéu. How special is that?
Yeah, very special. Over the moon with it. This goal will be with me forever. But yeah, as I said, the most important thing was the 3 points, and that's what we got.
It was such a quick reaction from you. You're in a striker's position. You've been learning that off Erling Haaland by any chance?
Yeah, he's been giving me a few tips.
What's it been like for you this season? You've made more appearances already than the whole of the last campaign. Are you enjoying that extra responsibility?
Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm just taking it all in my stride. Every game as it comes, working hard every session. And yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it.
I know this wasn't a knockout match in the Champions League, but is beating Real Madrid away from home a benchmark when it comes to winning the Champions League?
Obviously, we know how good Real Madrid are. The history we've had, we played them over the last few seasons, and they're so good. So, playing against these here and winning, it shows how good we're playing at the minute and the form we're on. So, yeah, I'll say we'll have a good chance.
What about your own form? How do you rank this performance from you this season?
I think the first few minutes I was a bit slow. I could have stopped the first goal, but I made up for it in the end.
Well, these guys think that you're the player of the match, so congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
So you have to give them a lot of credit, but yes, it doesn't look good at the minute for Real.